Welcome to SHI'ßböX. Here's your host. Oh yeah. Hey everybody, welcome one, welcome all, welcome to the show. Welcome to SHI'ßböX. We here at SHI'ßböX are all things Xbox, and of course we bring you this show for Xbox, not on their behalf, obviously. We are just fans of theirs, but we bring you this show on behalf of, anyone who might have an interest in all things Xbox that can bring, news and information to you in a mostly unbiased kind of form and fashion, with some of it being news, some of it being information, some of it not. It doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and get on with the show. We got a great one planned for you today. You might be saying like, what, SHI'ßböX? You can't just get onto the show without going boo, right? Oh, right off the bat, that was a jump scare. And you might be saying, you didn't get me, motherfucker. And it's like, well, did we not? Or did we? It doesn't matter if we did or didn't. What does matter is that we are talking about scary games today, and you might be saying like, that didn't scare me because I already knew you were talking about scary games. I read the description. It's like, yeah, but you didn't know that we were going to be talking about scary games before you read the description. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. There are so many different games out there, and you might be saying like, what games are you possibly going to show? You got Dead Space back there. You got, Silent Hill. You got any of the Resident Evils and things of that nature, right? And it's like, no, because we don't really like a lot of those games, okay? A lot of them aren't good. You can't really control or make decisions that, are viable in any way, shape, or form. You can't fight your way out of shit, especially Resident Evil. We take big issue with that game because it doesn't really let you fight, man. It's all scripted and shit at different points in time, right? And it's hide and seek, right? We don't want to just play Hello Neighbor, another scary game, right? What age limit are you talking about for scary games? There's a lot of ways that you can go with this. And us here at SHI'ßböX know that we just want to go all things Xbox right out of the gate, out of the bat, because there's a lot of places that you can play scary games. There's a lot of scary games out there, right? But us here at SHI'ßböX need to focus on the issue at hand pertaining to all things Xbox, because we're all about everything Xbox. Zero outside influence, right? Nothing influences us away from Xbox in any way, shape, or form. Okay, no infatuation with another peripheral device company, none of that, right? That's all foolish. You got scary games, right? What's really scary? A lot of games can be Bendy, for instance, right? One that, well, we still haven't taken the time to beat because we've been rocking our PS5 at night and whatnot instead of playing, the Xbox games and such, because really, we just love haptic feedback so much. And it's like, when you have haptic feedback, like, for instance, right, when you're holding the controller for the PlayStation 5, and now that the PlayStation 5 Pro's out and such, and we don't have that yet, of course, but, maybe we'll get it one day, right? But, you got your PS5 controller and you're like, haptic feedback, right? And you're just having a great time and such, having a fantastic play, okay? When you're, stuck playing on Xbox, you got just basic rumble features. It's not as fun, but, you can have fun with it. Anyhow, there's other scary games. Goosebumps, man. Yeah, we got that one right there. Ooh, what kind of scary is that? Well, that's obviously like a more kind of kid-like scare game, right? That's not going to be that, ooh, in-your-face scary stuff like, this is the police! Ooh, very scary for a lot of folks, right? Didn't see that coming. Almost like a lot of people don't see the raids coming on their house. They should have watchers. I don't know. They shouldn't need a reason to watch. Maybe they're up to no good. Maybe they shouldn't be. Maybe that is not, a topic for this show. What is a topic for this show, though, is scary stuff, right? And you got a variety of games that can be scary, be deemed scary, or anything like that. We got another example here. Well, this on the PlayStation 5. This is obviously Callisto Protocol, and it's like, whoa, what? SHI'ßböX? You paid $15 for that shit? And it's like, hells no, man. This is another one of those games that GameStop had on sale for $5, right? For a brief 24-hour window. It's like you had to go get it that point in time, man. You get it for $5. And it's like, what? Fuck GameStop, I thought you said. And it's like, yes, fuck GameStop. We hate that place. This was before we were totally like that. Before they ripped us off with that clearance toy and shit. The whole video about that. We raised hell. Cussed out the kid and everything, or whatever the fuck we did. He had it coming. Fucking this game, we got it for $5, so don't worry. The scary thing would be if we spent $15 on it, right? And it's like, no, we didn't. It was $5. It's still kind of scary, because we had to go into GameStop. Blah, scary place. Anyhow, Because they ask you, do you want a warranty on that? You want in case anything happens to it? What's going to happen to it, sir? Nothing should happen to it once I leave this store. Who knows? They might have goons. They might not. It doesn't matter. There are scary games out there. And there's different levels of scariness. And, you know, you can just kind of accept that. Okay, some games are scarier than others. You might be saying, like, you know, well, maybe some of the games are scarier than others. Maybe Callisto Protocol is a little scarier than Goosebumps, right? And it's like, yeah, but if you had one of the, you know, kind of biggest horror shocks that you could possibly imagine, okay, that you were like, okay, yeah, it might beat Goosebumps, but then lo and behold, JoJo Siwa! Rah! Right? Okay? What is scarier now? All right? You have games that are scary and games that are really scary. All right? And they both exist. It's crazy that they both exist. The point is that you can really fall in love with any of these horror games if you sit down and take the time to get to know the franchise. While we might not like Resident Evil, there are a lot of people who do. While we're not huge fans of, Hello Neighbor, there are people who are. So what it really comes down to is, what kind of games do you want to play? And with scary games being on a variety of systems, okay, we've shown that. There's scary shit on Nintendo, scary shit on PlayStation, and then there's, whatever's on Xbox, okay? The point is, you can play games a variety of places. So where is it scariest to play? Well, the scariest place to play is going to be anywhere that you can't play, obviously. Because the only thing that's scarier than a scary game is not being able to play any game. And that's what people don't take into account. They fail to realize and things like that. We're sitting here talking about what's a version of a scary game or what's a scarier game than another game. And it's like, yes, you can rank them. Yes, you can say this is scarier than this game. But that's all going to be subjective. Some people might not agree with that. Some people might say other games are scarier, okay? Or that game's not scary enough. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that there are a variety of places to play these games at, and there's a variety of games out there. So it depends on your level of horror enjoyment, your level of kind of gaming stratosphere that you want to be in, all right? Do you want to play late at night when all the lights are off and there's very quiet and little outside noise and interaction? Or do you want to play in the daylight when the sun's out? Okay? All of these can affect how scary a game is. So you begin to look at, okay, something might be in the horror genre, okay? Like Bendy might be in the horror genre, but is it scarier in the daytime or at nighttime? All right? These are different levels that can affect the overall feeling and mood of a game. So when you have dark, sinister games and really darker, sinister games, obviously there's going to be a difference in T for teen and M for mature on the horror level and the gore and the violence and the language. And, most Resident Evil games, while we don't enjoy the gameplay, they make phenomenal storylines, okay? We would be remiss if we didn't admit that. We just don't like the fact that, as some characters, okay, now there might be situational characters and stuff where you need to do more of the kind of flight aspect. But there are points in a variety of the, kind of Resident Evil games where it's really not that scary because you could bludgeon whoever is holding you at bay or take care of whoever is causing an issue or problem. And it doesn't afford you or allow you the opportunity to do that. Now, maybe it's relegated to what the character would do as a character, but as a gamer, when you take on these roles, if you provide such limitations to them as, anything past a basic, just kind of version or person or character, as flaws and traits, if you can't control the character and allow them to progress through a story how you see fit as being that character, then that's maybe a little too much limitation into what a character can and can't do. Maybe games are designed for that. Maybe they aren't. All right. Same way maybe people enjoy playing scary games at night. Maybe people are too scared to play them during the day. Maybe people are too scared and don't play them at all. Okay? But the biggest scary thing would be if there were no games to play at all. So, you think about that next time you're sitting down at daytime or nighttime. Or next time you're booting up a scary game. You think, what is scary? Is this game itself truly scary? Is it the location I'm playing it? In my mom's basement? In a living room? Outside in a park in the daytime on my Nintendo Switch? Okay? Location, time, all these can affect how scary something can be. As well as the game itself. And you might be saying, like, how did we possibly go through this entire episode and not really cover anything of consistent meat, right? How did we go through this entire ordeal and not cover anything? It's because we have to give you the potatoes before we give you the meat. Okay? And if you want a dinner roll on the side, that usually costs extra. But you're in it now. You fucking made it to the end. Show's over. Go and subscribe from 4 other channels. You don't got to subscribe to us. We know you won't now. That's okay. Go and subscribe from 4 other channels. You know they're obsolete. They don't make content anymore, probably. Okay? Free up your feed some. All right? You're welcome.